Hey guys, it's Zeon, the realest motherfucker in the Dragon Ball community, and I don't have an episode of Dragon Ball Super to review this week. Yeah, they're skipping it this week because of, like, holidays or some shit. I don't know. I don't pay attention to what Japan does other than make Dragon Ball episodes, apparently. But, since I have nothing to review, I was like, I'll do something different, and, what do you know, it's the start of a new year, and everyone's kind of doing their year-end reviews, like, just kind of, what they thought of 2015. And fuck it, why not? Yeah, I'll do that. That sounds like a thing to do. So yeah, 2015 has been interesting, so, I figured I'd just go through, like, entertainment and my channel and my content and just kind of talk about all of that. So yeah, 2015. First of all, let's start with the entertainment. We'll just go ahead and kick things off with movies. This was a pretty damn good year for movies, at least for me. Right off the gate, though, I will say, like one of the first movies I saw this year ended up being one of my absolute favorites for the year. Like, just cemented itself, boom. And that was It Follows. Fantastic goddamn horror movie. I'm a sucker for, like, really good horror movies, especially ones that, like, really build up tension and atmosphere. Like, this wasn't like a like a boo gotcha kind of fucking movie. This was just like you never felt like oh god, it scared me. And no, you're just like, I am very, very unsettled, and it just maintains that level of tension just throughout. Like, once this establishes its concept, you're just kind of on edge the entire movie, just waiting for shit to just go down, and you just never know quite when it's going to, and when it does, they never just go for the boo gotcha. It's just like the thing shows up, and it's just, like, you see it coming, and you're just this horrible sinking feeling as you just like, oh god, what's gonna happen next? Good fucking movie. Just like that is how you do goddamn horror. Also, I love the fact that it was a huge 70s throwback too, with this awesome synth soundtrack. It was like everything about that film, like, from its direction to its pacing to its atmosphere, shot composition, lighting, just they really invoked the sense of, like, really well done horror films of the 70s, and it just really just, like, knew how to, like, ratchet up tension. It was just good. It was good shit. Loved it. My other favorite movie of this year was Ex Machina. Much like horror, I love sci-fi, like good hard sci-fi, and this was a good hard sci-fi movie. Great, like, it's that, really good concept, that kind of, where do you draw the line between man and machine, what defines us as human, and, like, at what point, do you consider something like, to be alive? And it was unsettling. It was good. I'm not gonna really ruin anything from it. Just, if you like hard sci-fi, if you like good kind of trippier flicks, it's not like a real mind bender or anything, but it is just kind of like, it'll kind of fuck with your head a little bit at parts, and definitely the ending will leave you a bit unsettled, but at least it did me and aggro. And yeah, I would definitely recommend checking that one out. Like, just really good fucking movie. Definitely doesn't go the way I thought it was going to, because I was like, okay, I think I see what you're doing, movie. You're gonna either go this route or this route, and then I was like, oh, okay, you're only gonna do this thing. Okay, well, then I guess you're gonna go maybe here. And yeah, like, it never quite went the way I thought it did, because I thought, like, I got you, movie. I know what you're doing, and I was wrong. I was wrong, and I was happy to be wrong, because I don't like it really when movies are formulaic and predictable. So yeah, those are, like, my two movies of this year just kicked the most ass for me. Those are right at the beginning of the year. Not that the rest of the year sucked or anything, because, my next two films that, like, just really did it for me. First off, Mad Max. Oh, fuck, man. Mad Max, like, you want to talk about a high-octane thrill ride? That was a high-octane thrill ride. Like, the only movie I have seen that really deserves to have, like, that fucking thing that's plastered as a fucking slogan for it. Because I've seen so many, like, movies use that, and it's like, no, this was that. Like, the movies, almost the entire movie is a fucking action sequence, and like a 2-hour action sequence, and it's fucking awesome. And it's well-directed action, too. Like, you know, I feel like a lot of people will just brush this under the carpet as, oh, yeah, like, Mad Max, that was a pretty good movie. But I don't think they'll understand really why it was good. Like, I have a feeling that, like, let's fucking say it, the lowest common denominator, fucking idiots who make really shitty movies popular and bajillions of fucking dollars, those motherfuckers will look at this movie and go, yeah, man, it was awesome. It was like fucking, like, the Transformers movies, but with cars, and fuck you. This movie was action-packed, it was violent, there was explosions. It is not directed the way, like, say, a Michael Bay film or any of his imitators direct fucking action sequences. Like this is how you do good solid action. First off, a lot of practical effects. Really love that. It was a mix of practical and CGI, and I love the fact that we can still do that. I feel too many directors fall back on CGI, and I feel CGI is a tool. Much like puppets are a tool, maquettes are a tool, matte paintings are a tool. You know, anything you can use to make a film. I don't think just go and fall back on one thing. Like, I feel CGI should enhance an effect, not just be the effect. And Mad Max was an excellent example of that. Like, I mean, they used CG where they needed to. They used practical effects and green or blue screens when they needed to. And composite shots. It was good shit. You know, and the action sequences were fucking fantastic. Like, going back to, like, my love of direction, just, there's so much shit going on at all times, but the way it is shot, they shoot it in a way where pretty much where everyone is spatially at all points in what they're doing. Like, I remember, what was it, like, there's like a shot of like, like a vehicle coming up, and then like, it just gets hit with I think like one of those explosive spears, and it blows up. And as it's mid-explosion, the cut changes to a front view, and you see the rest of the explosion, and you see like, the vehicle that Max is driving, and you get that spatial awareness of, okay, now that Max was next to the car that just blew up, and where everyone else is in frame, like where the other vehicles were around him. And it really gives you that sense of awareness of, like, it kept really good track of, like, the continuity of, like, where vehicles were. It made sure to always kind of guide your eye to, like, from one set piece to the next set piece. Really, really great. Like, I always use, like, the term shot composition, and this movie had fucking shot composition. It was mostly just keeping things center of frame, so that way you're not constantly jutting your eyes all over the screen, and and it didn't become like a mishmash of just explosions and action. It was really easy to follow, and and it's amazing that, like, this was good visual storytelling. Because you have to remember, film is a visual medium, and this had, like, there's very little dialogue, but there's so much conveyed. Like, you have, like, this whole, with just a few lines of dialogue here and there, you get this full, like, fleshed out world, this kind of, honor-based warrior culture society in this post-apocalyptic wasteland. These, these men who are, like, oppressing the women, and you got, like, them just trying to escape and be free. And it was fucking awesome. Then you have, like, Max who's just kind of caught up in the middle of all this shit, and like, the two good guys are really just kind of out to fuck each other at first because fuck it, it's kill or be killed in this environment. And like, there's this. They did a great fucking job there, and that movie, whew. It took me a while to actually see that one, but goddamn. And while I'm on the topic of revival franchises that do an amazing mix of CGI and practical, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. I saw it in theaters, very recently. Obviously, it's a very recent film, and I didn't realize, like, how much this film really kind of clicked with me. Because I was like, I enjoyed it. Like, I saw it, I'm like, yes, good. We made a good Star Wars movie again. Thank you on that. I'm glad that we have, another one. We haven't made a real Star Wars movie since '83. So I was glad to see that, and, I walked away pleased. And then, like, I didn't realize just, like, how that movie just flipped that switch and reignited my love of Star Wars, because, like I wasn't even really going to consider it, like, as, like, a top contender for my favorite movies, because, you know, like I knew like Xbox and then It Follows, and you know, and like you know, second tier is gonna be Mad Max, and really Star Wars isn't that same second tier where it's just, you know, just because like how it made me feel afterwards, like it completely just reignited my love of Star Wars again, where I'm like, I want to go watch the old movies. I rewatched again the Tartakovsky miniseries. I'm currently watching the Clone Wars CGI series. I'm just full-blown fucking Star Wars mode all of a goddamn sudden. So just doing that alone, I think, you know, apparently that movie had a bigger effect on me than I thought, and just like, yeah, Star Wars is fucking awesome. I'm gonna go watch some fucking Star Wars. I don't give a shit what it is, and well, it's not the prequel trilogy, you know. So yeah, Star Wars. So yeah, that definitely, yeah, I think it deserves a slot in like my top 4, you know. And yeah, like that pretty much solidifies like my top movies of the year. Haven't had a chance to see Creed or Hateful Eight. I'm sure those, because I love Rocky and I hear it's a fantastic Rocky film, so I'm sure I would have loved Creed. Seeing Hateful Eight later this week, looking forward to that. So I'm sure those would have made it on here because I fucking love Tarantino. I haven't seen a Tarantino movie I dislike. Even the ones that he dislikes or that other people seem to dislike, I still enjoy. So yeah, I'm sure that would have ended up on there. And I hear this one's great too. Then there were like a whole bunch of other movies I really liked. First off, gotta say, Resurrection F. Fucking dug that movie. I really did. Like a lot of my contemporaries were like, "Oh man, it just wasn't as good as Battle of Gods, man." I'm like, you know, fuck Battle of Gods. All right, Battle of Gods was, you know, like it has a lot of narrative issues. It really, really, really does. Yes, fucking Resurrection F. It has a bare bones fucking story. It is just a fucking revenge tale, and it's just a big ass fight. But you know what? It was fun. It was fun. And it didn't bombard me with too much stupid, and it didn't insult my intelligence and shove too much lore bullshit up my ass. So, you know, I was able to just kick back and enjoy it and be like, okay, yeah, cool, the new super size transformation, gotcha, whatever. We introduced that whole god bullshit in the last movie, so I can't even be fucking angry that it's showing up in this one, because it's the last movie's fault that it's in this one. You know, okay, there's a golden Frieza, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, of course, more transformations, yeah, it's Dragon Ball, you keep doing that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. The CGI looked like goddamn garbage. Completely took me out of the movie. But yeah, I'll save all that stuff for whenever I eventually like review that along with the arc in Super. But yeah, for all the people that think like, oh man, Zeon just fucking hates all of the new Dragon Ball stuff, doesn't he? It's like, no, I liked Resurrection F. Resurrection F was fucking cool. I liked it. Something else I also really liked, moving off past Dragon Ball, Avengers 2, dug it. I actually like it more than the original. I think I'm in a weird minority there. Ant-Man, fucking loved Ant-Man. One of my favorites. Might actually like it more than Avengers 2 even, because I don't really put Avengers at the very top of my list like a lot of people do. But Ant-Man really kind of hit like a really specific niche for me that I was just like, it's definitely the kind of fun superhero movie that I like to watch. Dug that. Also, this was a pretty good year for horror movies. As I said, I loved horror. I love horror movies, and so It Follows. I loved It Follows, and it wasn't the only one that I really enjoyed. Insidious Chapter 3, great prequel film. Really dug that. Was a little, you know, worried that it being a prequel. And Insidious 2, it was a good expansion of the lore, and it wrapped up a lot of things in terms of story, but it lacked a lot of the tension, the atmosphere that the first film did, because it was more focused on telling a story, and I was fine with that, because I enjoyed it, like, just because I was so invested in the lore from the last movie that I didn't mind just having, you know, a lore expansion film that just had a few spooks here and there. This had more expansion to it, and, you know, fleshed out more of the story, but also did not skimp on the scares and the atmosphere, and I loved it. The Visit and Shyamalan, man, like I saw the trailer for this, and I was just like, oh man, like I'm with my buddy who I see all my horror movies with. I'm like, dude, that movie looks pretty fucking awesome. Like, yeah, it does, yeah. And then like, you know, director M. Night Shyamalan, we're like, oh shit, Shyamalan made it, never mind, fuck, abort. But, you know, we kept seeing the trailers and we're like, maybe it's good. Maybe it's good. And we saw it, yeah, it was. Like, I mean, you know, a lot of people seem to really like it. There's some people who are like, Shyamalan's still fucking shit. But no, I mean, there are parts of this movie I thought were really good. There are some dumb parts, but, I mean, overall, like, you know, it was like a solid B minus. I mean, it was like I enjoyed it. It had great horror elements to it. It had good kid actors, which is God forbid we ever see those anymore. So yeah, I didn't really see the twist. I mean, I knew that there was something going on with what the twist is. I don't want to spoil it in case anyone hasn't seen it or whatnot, because I'm sure not that many people have. So yeah, I won't spoil it. But I didn't quite see what the twist was going to be. I was like, I had a kind of an idea, but I was trying to figure it out before they revealed it, and I didn't. So yeah, pretty much by the time they revealed, I was like, shit, I figured. Because the pieces were there, I wasn't putting them together correctly because I had different ideas. The Krampus. Holy crap, that was another great horror movie. It's more of a comedic horror movie. It's definitely more lighthearted, kind of in the realm of Gremlins. And yeah, I love that movie. That movie was so much fun. Pretty much, I feel like that movie's getting shit on a lot by critics. And if you hate the Krampus, you don't understand what the Krampus is trying to be. Everyone wanted to be more of a straightforward horror film, and it's not trying to be that. It's juggling a lot of different things, and I loved the Krampus. As soon as that shit hits Blu-ray, that's gonna be one of those. Yeah, that shit's going. And if you want my second favorite horror movie of this year, it's the fucking Krampus. Right after Ex Machina, or not Ex Machina, It Follows. And so yeah, a lot of good movies. Only saw one really atrocious film this year, and that was Ghost Dimension, Paranormal Activity. Probably thinking, well, no shit, Zeon, it's Paranormal Activity. You know what, that used to be good, I swear. I liked the first 3 of those movies. I thought they were really good movies. I really liked the lore that they were building up. I was looking forward to 4. Then 4 sucked donkey dick. And then I get on to 5. And 5 is just fucking weird as shit. And it had a lot of cool, lore expansion stuff, because I'm a sucker for lore. That's just who I am. I can't help it. So, I'll forgive, And plus, the movie ended with something I've been wanting to see, which is just, fucking, a bunch of cholo gangbangers with shotguns just taking out fucking witches. That was awesome. I'm like, yes, there you go. Bring guns to the witch coven fight. That's how you fucking do that. That was great shit. Then Ghost Dimension, I was like, okay, we're gonna wrap things up. And it pretty much just, ignores 4 in Ghost Dimension. It really makes all the things introduced in those 2 films irrelevant. Because, nothing in those movies really have to do with what happens in Ghost Dimension. It ties everything up. So you can just watch 1, 2, 3 Ghost Dimension. Which, okay, fine. The 4 and the marked ones were not well received. Ghost Dimension was the worst fucking thing in the entire series, though. Oh my god. I wasn't expecting a great movie. I was expecting an okay movie that wrapped up everything. And made me feel conclusive. And yeah, I mean, it concludes everything, but god, it was so boring and so shitty. And god damn it. Seriously, you want to talk about a series I completely forgot what the fuck it was supposed to be? Yeah, the last Paranormal Activity. Fuck, man. Fuck. It would be I don't know, they decided to, wrap up Dragon Ball Super by having an arc that was a harem anime. It's just going completely off the tracks, just completely forgetting what the fuck it was supposed to be. So yeah, that was bad. And that pretty much sums up my movie experience. Saw a lot of really cool shows this year. I got into Arrow and Flash this year. X got me into that. She was a big fan of Arrow. Got me into Arrow, and then I got into Flash. And then I watched the new season. Really enjoying the new season of those so far. Enjoyed the new season of S.H.I.E.L.D. as it's been going. Because I've already been watching that. Though, 2 shows that just kicked the most ass outright. Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Those are the 2 best shows, not only of this, that I've seen this year, but just that I've probably seen in general. I don't watch that much television. In fact, I stopped watching television for several years. But, yeah, the first seasons of those shows were fucking amazing, and I can't wait to see more from this Marvel Cinematic Netflix universe. Because, oh my god, it is so good. Daredevil, I don't know which one I like more. I have to lean towards Daredevil. Jessica Jones is probably the better series, but I feel Daredevil has better direction. Actually, Daredevil does have better direction. It's a better directed series. The cinematography is way, way better. There's way more interesting visuals going on, lighting, atmosphere. And Jessica Jones has better characters, and I do really value characters, but fuck, I love Daredevil too. Like, Daredevil's great, and Kingpin was such an amazing villain, but then again, Kilgrave was an amazing villain. Fuck, man, it's like, I can't choose between those two, I really can't. Like, it's really, I'm pretty sure Jessica Jones is the better show. In fact, Jessica Jones was the better show. I think I just have a bias towards Daredevil, and that's why I can't pick. I don't want to choose. So they're both awesome. Then there's anime, because of course I watched anime. I watched quite a few. I've been doing the Gigaboots podcast, and because of that, I have watched many animes, and some that weren't part of the Gigaboots podcast, like the Monogatari series. I'm a huge fan of the Monogatari series. I watched Hana Monogatari and I think it was Suki Monogatari earlier this year. Uwari Monogatari is currently running, and I have not had a chance to watch that yet, but my friend told me it's really good and I need to get my ass on that. So, yeah, really enjoying the first two Monogataris I got this year. Really looking forward to the one that's currently running. There was, and of course, like I said, there's stuff, all the stuff I did for the Gigaboots podcast, like Yatterman Nights. That was awesome. Assassination Classroom. That was awesome. Fly Back Came Out From was awesome. Fucking Food Wars was so fucking cool. Like, these all get pretty good recommendations from me. My Love Story. Really fucking adorable. Really just cute, fucking adorable love story series. I mean, it has love story in the name. But yeah, it's adorable. Loved it. Really need to go back and finish it because it was so damn good. At least what I saw. Punchline. This is one I didn't hear get a lot of attention, but fuck, it was crazy as shit. There's like a guy who, like, when he gets sexually aroused, the universe ends and then it like restarts. And then, like, he has to, like, stop himself from, like, getting the arousal so that way the universe doesn't end. And then there's, like, this fucking girl who's, like, this orange juice-themed superhero. And then, like, her partner who, like, runs her secret superhero base is, like, a little robot loli girl in glasses. And there's, like, like, this other guy who's, like, running around who's supposed to be a superhero, but he has, like, no fucking superpowers. And there's, like, all these fucking, like, this evil organization, and there's like, the chick with psychic powers. It's so fucking out there. It's so fucking out there. I really recommend people see it. Like, nobody's been fucking talking about it. Like, I don't know how the hell, like, this one slipped past people, but I totally recommend that one, too. One Punch Man, you don't really need a recommendation. Just go fucking watch One Punch Man. I'm sure you already have. If you like anime, you've heard of it. You've probably been told to go watch it by other people who have already seen it that like anime. Lupin the Third. I'm a huge Lupin the Third fan. Huge. Like, I love Lupin the Third so goddamn much. So to see a brand new full series, like a proper Lupin series again, after like 30 years of no, proper Lupin series, yeah, great. Lupin's back. Not as good as he was before, but still good enough for me to be like, yeah, fucking more Lupin, and it's good solid Lupin. Not great Lupin, but good solid Lupin. If you're a fan of Lupin, definitely recommend checking that out, especially considering it recently got picked up for simulcasting, which why I didn't get picked up for simulcasting when it first aired, I don't know, but it is now, and by the time this goes up, it should be already available, or maybe really close to being available for stream. Then we got some Gundam. Surprise, surprise, I'm a huge fucking Gundam fan, if you can't put that together. I mean, my fucking name's Zeon, it's Gundam derivative. But yeah, so we got 3 Gundams this year. We got an OVA, a TV series, and a net series. The OVA, Gundam Origin, fucking awesome. It's all Char-centric, loved it. Just fucking sweet as fuck. I need to go see the second part of it, but it's expensive, and I'm in the middle of car repairs, so I have yet to, I've yet to pick that one up, but I will at some point. And then there's the TV series. The TV series is Iron-Blooded Orphans, and it's so close to being good. It's like so many good ideas in there, but fuck, it's written for goddamn 13-year-olds. It's like, mustache twirling bad guy adults going up against the teenagers, and the teenagers are rebelling, and then, there's, the stupid fucking love triangles, and it's like, stop putting in this tropey high school anime bullshit into this war-torn story, you fucks. You can do romance. You can do, this kind of thing of, adults oppressing children as fucking, children of, child soldiers and shit. You can do that without just being completely fucking stupid about it. At the point to where you literally have a character go, I'll show you how evil adults can be. I'm like, really? Really? Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe the series got better later on. I dropped it, so I'm hoping to go back and check it out. Maybe it got better. Maybe it stopped doing that stupid shit, or maybe it wrapped up those things and went on to things that weren't stupid. And you just have to suffer through the stupid to hook in. Maybe they just put the stupid in at the beginning of the series to hook in all the dumb 13-year-olds and be like, yeah, this resonates with me as an individual. And then it's like, I tricked you, now you're watching a good anime. And they're like, no, good anime. I might, have to think. Fuckers. But yeah. And then there's Gundam Thunderbolt, which is a net series, which looks super cool. Haven't had a chance to watch it. I don't even know where to watch it. I have not seen it pop up anywhere. I guess I need to start looking for it again. Maybe someone has it uploaded somewhere, because it wasn't licensed. Yeah. I'm going to have to see if I can hunt that down. And while I'm on the topic of franchises that I love that are getting revivals, can't not talk about Dragon Ball Super. You guys know how I feel about Dragon Ball Super. It's Dragon Ball. Man, I want it to be good. I do. I'm not even angry at the retelling the movies. That could have been awesome. It could have been really good. Hell. You can make that into a good story. You can. They just didn't. So yeah. The first arc was a horrible disappointment for me. The second arc started off really, really promising. And then, just once the fighting started, it was just like, pfft. And I'm like, oh. I mean, it's not over yet, so maybe it can, peak back up. I don't know if it's going to, because it's just, yeah. I hope it does. I really do, because I really want to like that arc. That arc had a lot of potential to be really good. I mean, I liked the movie. I think it had potential as an arc, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope that that's good. And then I'm gonna hope that the Universe 6 arc is good. I'm hoping since since they won't be adapting movies, they won't feel so inclined to rigidly adhere to a preset. Because I feel like maybe that's the problem. They already had the template of the movies there, as they had the templates for the stories in the movies, and they didn't want to deviate too far from the movies. And I feel like that's the problem. So instead of actually spinning it into an arc, they just dragging it out into an arc and filling in little details here and there, and then not filling in certain details which cause odd plot holes. But whatever. It's Dragon Ball Super, man. What you gonna do? And then, games. Alright, now we're on to games. Man, this was kind of a lame-ass year for games, at least for me. I'm sure, a lot of cool games came out, but none of them are really my kind of games. The game that, I was most pumped for was MGS5, The Phantom Pain, and I will say, it is a very good game. Mechanically speaking, it is damn near perfect. It is not a good Metal Gear Solid game. It is not what I come to the Metal Gear Solid series for. I come to the Metal Gear Solid series for a cast of quirky, memorable characters, ridiculous storylines, kind of, overblown, cheesy, tangents about war is bad and nuclear weapons, and, it's just kind of, campy, but also being overly melodramatic, and just being fucking cool, and having, great gameplay, and probably having ridiculously long cutscenes. Also memorable boss fights and villains and shit like that, and man, fuck, that game didn't have it. I just stopped playing it. I got a few hours in, and I was just like, oh man. I couldn't do it after a while. I just put it down, and I was like, I'll go back to it at some point. I just haven't yet, and I already found out it's over 100 hours long, and fuck, man, I'm too old to play a 100-hour game. Fuck that. Give me MG, in the time it would take me to play the Phantom Pain, from beginning to end, I could play MGS 1, 2, 3, 4, and Peace Walker in that time frame. Jesus Christ. I know people want all these big, long games because they want to get their money's worth. Fuck it, I want a short game. Fuckers. Goddamn, 100 hours is too goddamn long, especially for a fucking stealth action game. That was the big game I was stoked about, but it ended up not. But it doesn't necessarily mean that this was a bad year, because I did have at least 2 games that really nailed it for me, and those are Xenoverse. Gotta get the reflection up there. Yeah, Xenoverse and Extreme Butoden. Yeah, seriously, guys. See, I do like newer things with the Dragon Ball name on it, just in case anyone seriously doubted that at any point in time. But yeah, those games, fucking great. 2 of my favorite Dragon Ball games, and they provide completely different gaming experiences. I mean, one's made by Dimps. I fucking love Dimps. They made some of my favorite Dragon Ball games, because I love Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, one of my all-time favorite Dragon Ball Z games. Xenoverse, really a bit more in the Tenkaichi vein of things in terms of combat, but had this cool MMO thing, had a unique storyline, fantastic game. Really, really just nailed a lot of things that I kind of been wanting in a Dragon Ball game. And, it's not the best Dragon Ball game, but it is the best Dragon Ball simulator. That made me feel like I was playing the Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball the anime. That's what I was doing. I was playing the anime, and it was pretty fucking cool, and I dug it, and it was a lot of fun. Extreme Butoden, I've been wanting, a good 2D Dragon Ball Z fighter, and we've never had one. At least not an official one. I know there's Hyper DBZ, that looks pretty cool, but that's incomplete. But yeah, Extreme Butoden, This is pretty much what I have been waiting for fucking years. And it's made by Arc System Works, the people who make Guilty Gear, Blaze Blue. They also made the Supersonic Warrior games, which I never got to play, because I apparently sucked at life and didn't get that. For some reason I bought Taiketsu, because I'm an idiot. But, this was some good shit. And kind of wish it had a few more playable characters. But, I mean, there's 10 hours worth of gameplay in this. If you want 100% this, I'm about 7 hours in, and I still have, 2 more sagas to complete before I completely finish the story modes, and I have, all, the modes beat, but then I still have to, unlock all the items and, get all the assist characters and shit, and that'll probably take me, another 3 hours. So, yeah, there's over 10 hours worth of content in that game. That's pretty awesome for a portable 2D fighter, to have that kind of content and have those kind of unlockables, because a lot of games just kind of go, here's all your characters. Gee, thanks. I guess I'll go play with my friends now. I mean, kind of wanted something to look forward to play, to unlock while playing the game, but I guess I'll just have them all unlocked. But no, locks up a lot of them. Keeps, obviously key ones you'd want to play as at the beginning, but yeah, great fucking game. Gets 2 big thumbs up as a Dragon Ball fan. Those are just Dragon Ball fan service games to the extreme. They easily rank as 2 of my absolute favorite Dragon Ball Z games, without a doubt. totally go check them out if you haven't. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, you've probably already done it, or maybe if you're for some reason you didn't, quit being a dumbass and go play them. Far as games, anything, Undertale. I recently started playing Undertale. That's pretty cool. Really need to go back to playing more of that. But instead, I'm recording this instead of playing Undertale because I don't know. I should probably just start playing Undertale while I'm having Skype conversations with like the DV crew. Be like, yeah, guys, I'm totally listening. Like, but yeah, so that pretty much sums up all the entertainment stuff, and I guess it's time to just move on to what 2015 was for me personally. And alright, I'm just gonna kind of set aside Zeon for a moment, and I'm just gonna be Jay for a moment. I'm gonna speak to you guys as Jay the human, not Zeon the YouTuber. And I just want to say that 2015 was a motherfucker of a year for me. A lot of shit went wrong for me. I'm gonna spare the details. I'm not the type of person to just start like bawling on fucking camera and post that shit on the internet. So, I'll keep that shit all to myself. But, yeah, it was a rough goddamn year. It was probably like one of the worst years, if not the worst year I had. I had like some majorly bad things happen to me, had some minor things happen to me. A series of unfortunate events just kept rolling. And it was getting really bad for me. It was really, really, really taking its toll. And, I will say something that really, like, the one thing that didn't just completely fall apart and go to shit for me this year was my YouTube channel. Like, this was the year, like, because I've been doing this on and off for years. Like, if you go back to my history, you'll see, like, my oldest video that I currently still have up is a Dragon Ball Z video. It's terrible. I don't actually recommend watching it, but yeah, I mean, you can see that I have been doing this for years. For a lot of years. And I was getting nowhere. I started off this year with a little over 1,000 subs. And, yeah, I was pretty much going nowhere. And, I was honestly getting really, really close to just quitting the whole YouTube thing. And a few times, and I don't know what really got me to, actually, yeah, I do. I was kind of inspired by a couple of YouTubers, some YouTubers that I was fans of, or that I was a fan of, and, like their content and their attitude towards things, and it kind of inspired me to make the Dragon Ball Get Fucked video. In fact, I even mentioned in that video that I was inspired to do that. And that video was meant, because I've always kind of held back, like, I've always tried to, like, pull back on, being overly offensive. I've always, it's like, I need to censor myself a little bit. I shouldn't curse so much. I shouldn't, and every so often I was slowly kind of getting out of that, but I was also like, I can't, speak my mind too much because I'll piss people off, and I was always worried about offending people. And I was just like, man, fuck people. Fuck them. Like, if they don't like my content, they can suck my dick. I just stopped giving a shit. So, the first thing I did as my smoking gun to initiate this change in my attitude towards video making was the Dragon Ball fandom can get fucked. Because if there's one thing that I was really passionate about was my stance on the Dragon Ball fandom getting fucked. And I really thought that was going to be the thing that was going to piss off a shit ton of people. It pissed off some. It did. Fuck those people. They're part of the problem, not part of the solution. But people who are part of the solution took notice of that video. And that's when, Geekdom saw it, Danny, and he reached out to me. And that's one of those things. Like, I've never reached out to any of those guys. Like, I have never been a fan of them. And they know it. They're my friends. Quinn, Juan. I've had a lot. I mean, I just recently became friends with Toasty. I was never a fan of those guys. I felt like a lot of their stuff was really homogenous and all this stuff, and they're all kind of blended together to me, and I didn't think they were all that knowledgeable. I've caught them making several mistakes in their discussion videos, which is why I hate doing discussion videos, because you're more likely to fuck up and say shit and like forget things and sound like a goddamn idiot on the internet. So yeah, I wasn't ever interested in talking to them. I always figured, like, I never had anything against them personally, I just didn't like their content. So my whole get fucked video necessarily didn't have anything to do with them. Though I do say, like, if you want people to go jerk off the series, go subscribe to some guys like these. And I do point to them. Because, I mean, they're a lot more lenient to the series than I am. They're a lot nicer to it. They're not as old and as jaded as I am. I've been a fan of this goddamn series since 97, I want to say, or 98. It's been a long time, guys. I think it was 97. I don't know. Whenever the Namek Saga started, that's when whenever the Namek Saga started, before the Toonami run, like when it had its initial run on Fox, that's when I got into Dragon Ball Z. And so, I've been doing this for years. I've been a fan of this for years. I was old and jaded, and man, fuck it. So I had no interest in really getting to know these guys, and then Danny reaches out to me, and like I meet Danny, and I'm like, I respect this guy. This guy's cool as shit. I like him. So we kept talking back and forth in comments, in the comments section, and eventually I was just like, dude, just like, should I just give you my Skype so we can just converse on something that isn't fucking YouTube comments? And he's like, yeah, do it, man. I'm like, yeah, he gives me his Skype info, and I put it in, and we start talking, and yeah, I mean, we hit it off like really well, and yeah, then from him, I met Jay, hit it off really well with Jay. Like, he's, like, out of all of them, I'd probably say I click with Jay the most, not just because we have the same name, but just because, I don't know, we agree on a lot of things. We can talk about things that aren't just Dragon Ball. And not that we always just talk about Dragon Ball. We always talk about all kinds of shit. Different things that we like or dislike, games, movies, life in general. We talk like real friends do. And from then I met Quinn. Like I said, I was not a fan of Quinn's content. And in all fairness, I had not seen a lot of Quinn's newer stuff. And I definitely was wrong about a lot of things. Like, he knows a lot more than I ever thought. And it's a shame because he really does dumb down his content for his viewers because they're kids, and he's trying to grow his brand, and I get that, and not necessarily going to say I respect that, because I'm all like, no, fuck that, integrity, fuck that, like, I'm going to do it this way because this is the way I think it should be done. Like, zero compromise. Fuck it. But, that's Quinn's thing. And, Quinn himself is a cool fucking dude. Enjoy talking to him. Juan. I honestly used to put Juan in the same category as Quinn. And then I actually started watching Juan's videos where he wasn't doing discussion videos with other people. And I'm like, Juan knows his shit too. Like, he knows about his shit about as well as Quinn did, and I was just like, oh wow, all right, and I started watching Juan's videos, and I've actually become quite a fan of Juan's videos. I don't agree with him on GT really much at all, but I definitely respect those videos, and I think they are the best GT reviews out there, because I haven't made a GT review series yet. But definitely I respect and like those videos. But yeah, I met all of them. Megan's awesome. Love talking to her. She's a lot of fun. I keep being reminded that I'm supposed to do a video with her. But yeah, it's like I said, I recently met Toasty through them. He got integrated into our group. Who else? Lance, the original Dragon Ball dissection guy, who I did not know had that series when I started mine. I got to talk to him, and he's really cool too. And so now I've developed all these friends, and like that alone was totally cool. But because of interacting with them, it gave me exposure, and now my channel is growing. And my channel is growing because of the video where I just said, fuck it. Fuck this fandom. And that's what got me noticed in this fandom. The moment where I just said, because I was being the guy who was saying the shit that no one else was saying. And that's basically like what I want to be. I don't want to ever, because like I said, I used to get all the old Dragon Ball tubers mixed up, like Thundershot and Rhyme Style and Toasty and Black and Fist and Quaman. Like, they all blended together to me. I never knew who said what. I would see videos and they all kind of had like the same opinions, and they all kind of had like the same formats, and I never wanted to be that. I never wanted someone to walk away from a Hail Zeon video and go, oh shit, who was it that said that? No, I want people to know, like, oh dude, I saw this fucking video where Hail Zeon said this shit. No, like, oh, I saw like this video, oh man, like, what was it, like, was it Quaman that said it, or was it Geekdom or Super Jayan? Oh fuck, I don't remember. No, I want people to know that, like, when they see a Zeon video, they remember that it was a Zeon video, that there was no way they had possibly mixed it up with someone else. So yeah, that was really important to me, that, like, I stood out, that I was different. Definitely, like, the angry guy thing is kind of my shtick, I guess, but it's not, I'm not trying to be, like, the angry video game nerd of the Dragon Ball community. Like, no, I want to be the critical, straightforward, no bullshitting around guy of the Dragon Ball community. I want to be super in-depth. I want to be very critical. I want to be, if I can, thought-provoking, and make people view the series in a different light. Because I really feel like nobody ever expresses my opinions of Dragon Ball. Like, I see a lot of people say, like, a lot of the same things, and I really want to make videos that are unique, and I really want to raise the bar in terms of the content that's being made. So yeah, that being said, announcement. A new series, specifically, I am working on. It is, a lot of people have been wanting me to do Dragon Ball Dissection again, like, oh, we can rename it, or blah blah, you don't have to, like, use Lance's name or whatever. I'm doing something similar to that. It's going to start with the Beers arc versus Battle of Gods. That is going to be the first video in this series. And the series title is, the big announcement of this is Dragon Balls Deep. There you go. That's the name of the series. Hope you like that name. And basically, Dragon Balls Deep is kind of what the name implies. I am going balls deep into Dragon Ball. And I am just, deconstructing certain elements, characters, storylines. It's going to give me a lot more freedom and creativity and wiggle room than the Dragon Ball dissection videos ever did. They're going to be a lot better in terms of quality. They're going to be a lot longer. And that's why, in case you're wondering why the Beers arc versus Battle of Gods video isn't up yet, it's not going to be up for a while. I'm going to tell you right now, you're not going to see that video anytime really soon. You're probably going to see it mid-February at the very earliest, maybe end of February or like the first week of March at the absolute latest. And the reason for that is, it is a big, ambitious video. I have a lot of things planned for it, and I really think it'll be worth the wait when you get to it. It will not be like any other Dragon Ball YouTuber video that you've seen. It's gonna be on a whole nother level. And that probably sounds really egotistical of me. Don't give a shit, because, you know, I could just continuously knock out videos every single day if I wanted to. Just pick topics and speak my mind and be that guy, and, you know, but I don't want to. I want to do deeper, more intellectual, more thought-provoking, you know, because I want my videos to be really well thought out. I want them to be really well paced and written. I don't want them to waste people's time. And I want them to be entertaining. I want them to be fun. I want people to laugh at my dark, fucked up, weird-ass sense of humor. I want people to, just understand where exactly I am coming from and why I feel the way I do about the franchise and about certain elements of it, why I put certain things on a pedestal, and why I shit on certain elements. You know, whether you agree with me or not, it's never about me wanting to convert you to my way of thinking. It is about getting you to understand my way of thinking, like why I feel what I am feeling, and basically just to convey that to you, and the most succinct, well put way, in a format that's entertaining and just, that'll be visually appealing and have good production value, and just overall just completely unique, something that you can never go to another YouTube channel as far as Dragon Ball guys go and find. Like, you will never find a guy with, I don't want you to be able to find a guy whose videos have my level of deconstruction and analysis and thought and care put into it, and level of editing and level of dark fucked up humor and just kind of weird non sequiturs. Like, I really want to be unique in that regard, and I want to stand out. Like, I do not want to ever be mistaken for anybody else. That is very, very, very important to me. I can't stress that enough. And, I never want that to be the case. So yeah, so that's why these videos are going to take a long time. Hopefully the Frieza arc video won't take quite as long. I'm not even sure exactly what I'll be doing for that one, but after that I have other videos planned that won't take me quite as long to put together. They won't be quite as long as those, because they're not full arc deconstructions. They're going to be slightly different stuff, like character deconstructions or specific little elements here and there about Dragon Ball and its creation that I'm going to go into. But yeah, it's definitely going to be its own thing. It probably does sound a little bit like I'm describing like Danny's Dragon Ball in-depth series. It's not going to be anything like that. It's going to be something wholly unique. I think you guys should know me by now well enough that I will not make something that resembles someone else's content. I might accidentally use the same name as someone else's content, but I will never make something that looks or sounds or feels like theirs. I am always going to be as original as I can, because that's where my integrity lies. It is all about integrity to me. I do not care if making a handful of really well-crafted videos is detrimental to my growth as a YouTube channel, as long as what I am making is appreciated by those that watch it, and just quality content that I can feel proud in putting out to the world. So yeah. But yeah, this, like I said, this has been like a big year for me in terms of YouTube. For all the shitty things that have happened to me, YouTube is not one of them this year. And I really have guys like Danny and Jay and Megan and Quinn, all the other ones are cool too, but those are the four that I talk to the most, and those are the ones that I communicate with and connect with the most. Everyone else is cool too. I butt heads with Mike a lot, but he's not a bad guy. Josh, he's funny as fuck. yeah, I've pretty much, conversed with, like, all of Danny's crew at this point that he's accumulated. And, yeah, oh, Gabby's, she's a sweetheart, too. And, I've made, like, all these, cool internet friends, and, yeah, like, maybe I can spin this YouTube thing into something better. And even if I don't, I made some cool-ass friends. And I'll have them, and that's good. And I have people, a larger audience of people who appreciate my work, and yeah, and I really can't ask for much more than that. So yeah, that wraps up everything I guess I had to say about 2015. Looking into the future to 2016, and by the future I mean the present, because it is actually 2016 right now. So yeah, until next time, Jay,